What's going on, guys? So today got a little Crate Club box in the mail, and we're gonna jump right into this. This is kind of a medium sized box. Let me see about the width of both my hands. So yeah, we're gonna see what's in here. This is essentially, Crate Club is like the more tactical battle box. All right. So today's EDC just for today. I went back to one of the Harbor Freight folders. I will do a video showing those 3 Harbor Freight knives, kind of like an update, because I have used them on and off here and there. And I do have some opinions, which are probably something you can guess, but I'll talk about it anyway. So let's zip through this tape here. Not a super exciting cutting job, but still necessary. All right, put that off the side, bend that down. Come on. Actually, let's go ahead and just cut this right off like that. Makes it a lot easier. So now it's out of the way. Okay, so Crate Club. So this is the general box. All right, oops, don't want to spoil it. I'm thinking it's a battle box and there's like, you know, different missions and stuff. So get 30% off of this Clean Freak, which I don't even know what it is yet, but when we get there, we'll see what it is. And the code's Crate, in case you're interested in that. Ooh, this is what I'm talking about. Tops Knives, big fan of Tops Knives. And I already have one of these. I want to say it was in a battle box, but it's an awesome knife. I don't mind having a second one, to be honest. So that is super familiar. I forget the name offhand, but I know we got this in the box. In fact, let's go ahead and start this off looking at it. All right. Garbage off the side. Made in the USA. I like that. So there it is. To be honest, it's kind of an ugly looking knife. I mean, I remember when I carried it, it's not a looker to me. You know, a lot of times with these different knives, you know, you like it because it looks cool first, you know, then of course, you know, you get them, you try them out, you use them, they perform good, they have good steel, they have good fit and finish, good ergonomics, all that stuff is awesome, but a lot of us already buy knives before we even own them with our eyes, you know, and there's nothing wrong with that. You don't want quote unquote ugly knives. However, this is one of the best examples of function over form. It's a fantastic knife. I remember when I got it in the box first, I thought, it's a little ugly, but I do love, you know, karambit rings. I do like Tops as a company. I like pretty much everything I've ever had from them. They do a lot of awesome fixed blades. But yeah, I mean, it is a little awesome little knife, you know, and it works great. But like I said, it's not a looker for me. And that's just something, I mean, obviously it's important to some people. They have cool looking knives, but other people just want a very good functional usable knife. And if it's more comfortable but a little ugly, they don't mind. And I'm kind of both. I mean, obviously I want good looking blades, but I like a lot of them for different reasons. And that's just a good example of one that is not particularly good looking to me, but works great. So let's sit here. So we have another one of these hero clips. These things are absolutely awesome. This one's a medium, so it has a 60-pound capacity. If you've watched any of my BattleBox videos, you'll know I talk about these. We've gotten these several times, and I use them all the time. I think it's really cool. Actually, Christina uses this more than I do now. When I got the first one that had the red, I think it was the main arm was red, I used that thing right away. I went to an outdoor event. It's called Snow Forge. It's in Old Forge, Pennsylvania, which, by the way, is like a pizza capital. There's like a bunch of pizzerias over there. If you're somewhat local watching this video, or you know, anywhere near Old Forge, PA, it's definitely worth checking out. Tons of awesome pizza places and stuff. And you can look it up online. But anyway, they have this event in the winter called Snow Forge, and it's a whole outdoor thing, and they have, like, you know, horse and buggies, and it's really cool. It was awesome. I went with my family a couple of years. But yeah, I used that there. I had my backpack, and I had this thing hanging on everything. So I had it clipped to the outside, or the handle of the backpack, and I kept taking it off because the backpack was heavy, and I kept using this and literally resting on all kinds of things. So it's pretty cool, very useful stuff. So, what is this? Body wipes. All right, oh, that's the Clean Freak, and that's what the code was for. Body wipes, really straightforward, 100% biodegradable, odor neutralizer, Upwind approved. It contains aloe, but it's alcohol free. So that's straightforward. You know, hygiene's pretty important. It's not that exciting. You definitely don't want anyone smelling any part of your body. If you have a crease or crevice and it smells, that's probably a problem, especially if other people could smell it. You know, so we have the dangerous areas like the armpits, your crotch, your your teeth, your breath, you know. Obviously you're not gonna use this in your mouth, but you should probably not stink. You know, I don't think that needs to be said. So yeah, pretty cool though. I mean, this type of stuff is great in the summertime. You know, if you're out there playing sports or hiking or being active, whatever, you can be pretty hygienic and all of a sudden you just stink because you're doing something and you're sweating up a storm and maybe you don't have the availability to jump in the shower real quick somewhere. So use something like this. You know, just nice to have in the car. So put that off to the side. All right, so we did get one of these before, the new stat. All right, this is a hemostatic pad. So there you go. Again, pretty straightforward, pretty boring. It's not super exciting, fun gear, but it's important gear. Just like, you know, water filtration and food storage and all this other type of stuff. Awesome for preppers, awesome if you happen to be like an EMT or have a specific interest in medical stuff. But if you don't, like I said, it can come across as pretty boring. But trust me, when you actually need stuff like this, it really, really feels good that you have it. So just one of those things. I'll tell you a quick story. Not too long ago, Christina was making some coffee, turned around, bumped into her, and she spilled coffee all over her hand and arm. And of course, I have a ton of medical gear and stuff, and she ran underwater real quick to pull out some of the heat while I grabbed some burn gel, and it worked out fine. You know, she didn't have a problem after that. I mean, it hurt like hell, but you know, because we had the availability to have that medical gear close by, you know, it made the situation a lot better than it could have turned out. Could have been a lot worse of a burn, could have had, you know, a scar or something like that, but it healed up totally fine because I had the proper stuff around. It's just important to have those type of things, you know, in real life, everyday scenarios. It doesn't have to be an apocalypse to use medical gear. So, just saying. All right, so what else we have here? I got some of these papers. Got cards and coupon codes and stuff. I'll make sure I get all of that. Sometimes I forget it. All right, so this is for the new stat, CC30. All right, it's coupon code for 30% off. Pretty cool if you want to get stuff direct. Then we have First Line Synthetic CLP Gun Oil, which is obviously in here somewhere. And there it is right here. All right, so we've actually gotten this, I want to say, BATTLBOX before. Very cool, all right? This is basically just a pen style. Let me show you here. All right, so we have our CLP gun oil inside, and it's a really simple applicator. It's got the little brush tip here, and on the back, you just rotate this. All right, every time you rotate it, you're allowing a little bit more of that oil to saturate that tip. And this is something you can use to get in, you know, your rails and your pistols and rifles and stuff, all those little hard to reach places. It's just kind of cool. It's a really good applicator. I found that the oil in here is, you know, pretty standard stuff. I don't think it's particularly amazing oil or subpar oil. It's just, you know, run of the mill. It works fine. It's just the fact that you have this style applicator, you can really get into all those little crevices and not overuse the oil, because I think sometimes when people are cleaning the guns and lubing them up, they go a little crazy and they end up getting a little bit wet, which, you know, in turn could attract a lot of that dust and grime and stuff, which makes it dirty again faster. So anyway, just kind of cool, but we have seen that before. Put that off to the side. And this I recognize, we've seen this before as well. And the last time I think it was a BATTLBOX. I want to say it was a different color, like orange maybe. But this is the quick cord. All right, so it's that cord system. This is the one where you can also use the glow stick to kind of like swing it around over your head, you know, for visibility. It is pretty cool. It is nice. Since I played around with this last time, I personally haven't used it. Just one of those things. This is also made in the USA. But yeah, it's a cord management system. You can Google this. There's actually a really good video, you know, showing the entire thing if you haven't seen me talk about this in the past. All right. So what is this? We have, oh, we did see this as well. This is the LED Lenser ML6. This is that lantern. I had a video previously. I want to say it was a BATTLBOX, but I did a separate, I think I did a separate segment on this because I could not figure out how this actually worked. So here's that looks like, all right, in case you haven't seen it in the other videos. I love flashlights. I mean, I have tons and tons of flashlights. Not only do I find them very useful in day-to-day life, but obviously Christina and I like camping when we can. We both have that kind of prepper's mindset. So, you know, the biggest natural disasters that would happen where I live would be power outages, you know. More so in the wintertime, you get a bad ice storm, trees come down, you know, bad wind, you know, can knock trees down, hits power lines, and you have no power, you know. So obviously you want to have lighting through those situations. So we're always prepared for that kind of stuff. You can't have too many flashlights, just like you can't have too many guns or too many knives or too much money. It's just one of those things. Have as much as you possibly can. If you don't need it, that's great, but if you do need it, you'll be happy you have it. So, we have a knife here, a Fox Edge knife, and this, which I don't really know what it is. Pod Extreme Power, oh, it's a power pack. All right, let's look at the power pack, because now I'm intrigued. So, industrial use, gasoline and diesel vehicles. All right, fast charging it says. Interesting, I love power banks. In fact, I have another power bank you guys will see soon that has its own solar panel. It's super, super cool, so stay tuned for that. It says, yeah, Pod Extreme, high performance automotive jump starter and power pack, industrial grade, for gasoline and diesel vehicles. All right, let's go ahead, pop this open. Let's see what this looks like. You know, it's curious because I've had this exact style. In fact, I still do. But I don't remember this branding. Might be literally the same thing. This looks like the same thing I have with different branding. It's slightly different. I guess the shape is different, but a lot of these things are very similar. So you guys have probably seen this a million times. All right, there's your jumper cables. Just also have the new. Sometimes these will have like multiple different attachments for cell phones and stuff, but a lot of times they're antiquated. They're all different attachments for cell phones most people don't use anymore. But here we go. All right, 100%. So it's nice out of the box. So here's the hookup for your jumper cables. All right, has a picture of a car in there. Can't miss that. These definitely look like where a flashlight would be. Let's see. Holding it down. There we go. Flashlight's on. Got SOS, looks like. Yep, SOS. I could change the mode. Single click, hold it down again. Okay, so it's just constant on or SOS. Hold it down and it's off. So this is really straightforward. This is literally just a power bank and a jump box. Looks like it would, unless that's the hinge side. Oh yeah, that's probably the hinge side. All right, so there you go. There's your ports, USB-C. All right, USB in, USB out, so you can charge the actual bank itself. And it's pretty straightforward. There's a lot of these things on the market. You know, it's just, these are the type of things, when you get gear and stuff, especially if you're, you know, into these monthly clubs, you get a lot of surplus gear. You know, a crate club has a lot of stuff that transfers over from BATTLBOX, you know. When you get those multiple items, that's when you hook up your friends and family, you know, the people you love. The people who don't necessarily have the same mindset as you, they're not thinking about stuff like that. Not everyone's a prepper, not everyone's into gear. I can't tell you how many times that family and friends have thanked me. Hey, you gave me that thing. I still use that flashlight you gave me. You know, my mother-in-law carries a flashlight I gave her years ago. It's just awesome. I love that. You know, I love that people actually find, you know, usage on all this different gear, even though they're not into it as a hobby. It's exciting. So that's what I end up doing with a lot of my extra gear. So close this up. All right, and check out this knife. It's a Fox Edge. I'm assuming it's a folder. FE520, which doesn't really mean too much to me because I don't remember all the models for Fox Edge. All right, there's been a couple of them. We're going to see in a second here which one this is. Oh, okay. I remember this one. Yeah, I got this in a BATTLBOX. It's got that glass breaker on the bottom. We got a little flipper here with that long slot on there, very Medford-y. All right. Very, very sturdy. All right. This one's, from memory, this one's even smoother than the old one. I don't think I had problems with the old one, but that just seems particularly smooth opening. So yeah, or you can open it slow. Liner lock. So there you go. Pretty cool. So 2 knives in this one. We have the Fox Edge, all right, as well as our tops. So you got a folder and a fixed blade. Decent. Very cool. I know a lot of people, you know, they really watch these videos just to see the knives, you know. So there you go. Those are the knives. So that's it for this one. Thanks for watching, guys. Let me know down in the comment section if you subscribe to Crate Club. These are sent to me, just to make that clear. I don't buy these. I don't buy the BattleBox boxes. I really greatly appreciate people sending them so I can try them out, show them on video and stuff like that. You know, if I could afford to do it myself and had the interest, I'd probably, like, I like BattleBox. I actually do. I know a lot of people, you know, crap on the gear and stuff. There's always value there. It's just a matter of if you want that gear. If you didn't want the gear, yeah, it doesn't make sense, I suppose, to get that type of thing. But Crate Club's cool because Crate Club, again, it's a little bit more tactical. There's always like gun stuff that's in here, and BattleBox doesn't necessarily have that kind of stuff. We've gotten cool optics, you know, in these boxes before. It's nice, you know, but obviously you don't have to go with the surprise for either Crate Club or for BattleBox. You can buy previous boxes, so you can pick exactly what you're looking for. So anyway, that's it for now, guys. Thanks for watching. Hope you have an awesome day, and I will see you tomorrow with a brand new video. Take care.